Bar, that's
There'll be a test.
well, the window and everything.
Of course.
Here we go.
We have two Eriks.
We have two Eriks in the room.
No, that's okay, you were there. It looked like it was just sitting there.
Oh, except no, that's Andy. I'm sorry,
I'm
Andy.
sorry,
First
I
Andy.
didn't realize that it was plugged in, duh.
Big Erik and Big Erik.
Oh, I almost took your chair.
Sorry about that, I'm sorry, I was gonna put it over there.
They're,
Sorry, you guys.
Ruth,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, I couldn't have my flunky do it, she did it for me last time.
I know.
Nice and
I
quiet.
have really good
You
handwriting,
know
except
what,
when I
all
can't
my
see what I'm
hands are so
writing.
lazy, that's why I thought it wasn't on.
They want to do it fast.
How about
So, what is your chart, Erik? I mean, I saw it, I heard you speak about it in your interview.
Karen, she doesn't like to
I'll address a few different things here, right off the top. So,
I could use my, I have some symbols to attract people's attention.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's just see the one Teresa. All right.
okay, so there's a few different questions that people ask me to address. So I'll try to, just to let you know what's going on with why, how I'm studying and what this is and what my website is. I've been studying independently on this for, started in 2001 at the end of the year, right after 9/11. We had started going to a Torah study, basically a Christian-based Torah study. There's a little bit of background to answer another question. I was raised in Los Angeles, started off as a Presbyterian, Calvinist, evangelical doctrine, and went to a Baptist high school and Baptist grade school. And then after that, which was in the early 70s, I went to the Vineyard Christian Fellowship down in LA, and Bel Air Press I went to a couple times, and Church on the Way, but never really plugged in. I moved up to Oregon, got married in '89, and went to Calvary Chapel and the Vineyard and Foursquare. And it was kind of strange for about 15 years or so, or 10 years, never, I tried to engage, be part of the various congregations, teaching Sunday school and various other, but it just, something never seemed to work. And then when I got to this Torah study, one of the first words the guy talked about was this word Torah that I had written on here, about the covenant of light revealed, and all of a sudden it's like, and then every once in a while he'd mention a word, and it was just fascinating. It just intrigued me. And then one day my older brother went to Nigeria with the Jesus movie translated into the Azeri language with another couple friends from Portland. They had a missionary guy out there, and they got a video recorder and a generator and a bed sheet, and they drive out in the middle of nowhere in Nigeria and put this bed sheet up and show the Jesus movie translated in. Think of this, there's over 400 languages in Nigeria. It's like every city in the United States speaking a different language, but there's a commercial language, and so this, I believe, was like the commercial language, but nobody had any books, nobody had an alphabet, nobody knew how to read. So they had to develop it. So Wycliffe and Campus Crusade for Christ down in Florida was working on this. So they'd go out there and they'd show this movie, and people would respond. Thousands of these Nigerians would respond, even though they'd never seen Christianity, they'd never seen a movie, they didn't know the story, they didn't know what to expect, when he was crucified, when he rose again. We almost take this story for granted, right? But imagine what it would be like for them. And it's like, you want to be saved and go to heaven? It's like, sure. Well, now what do we do? It's like, well, we got to go to the next village and show the movie. There is no preachers, there's no books, there's no Bibles. What do you do? Well, he came home and said, this is quite a dilemma, quite a problem. Said, we should ask Yahweh. It's his problem. So, prayed and said, well, you got to give these Nigerians something. They don't read. They don't have a book. There's no time to send some guy to seminary for the next 8 years to bring back a Bible and try to then start teaching them these stories, because these people today saw this movie, wanted to respond, wanted to enter the kingdom, and now what? And so a couple weeks later, within a couple weeks, the guy at the Torah study was teaching on the fact that the traditional Jewish wedding ceremony was synchronized to the substance, to the chronology of events of the festivals. So if you study the festivals and you look at the traditional Jewish wedding ceremony, you'll see that they match. Which is to say, one could look at the festivals, the progression of these 7 festivals, as if it was the wedding ceremony between Israel and Yahweh. That was his point. And as he was talking, it just kind of dawned on me that the pattern of the 7 days of creation were the same